The Telegraph reporting that a British toddler suspended from a nursery school for being, quote, transphobic or homophobic. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling reacted to the shocking report, posting, quote, "This is totalitarian insanity. If you think small children should be punished for being able to recognize sex, you are a dangerous zealot who should be nowhere near kids or in any position of authority over them." Joining us now is Helen Joyce, the Director for Advocacy at Sex Matters, a group that defends sex-based rights in the UK. Good morning to you, Helen.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for coming on. What is happening in the UK? These are toddlers. This child was either 3 years old or 4 years old. What's your reaction?
This came out in a Freedom of Information request, so we don't know exactly what happened, but there are a few possibilities. One is the child used a slur that they picked up at home. Another is that the child said, "That's not a woman, it's a man." Another one is that they said something like, "My mum says that men can't be women," or indeed, if it's homophobic, "I don't think that two men can be married." In all these cases, it's an adult concept that's been imported into primary education, and that's really insane. I mean, the point at which you get somebody saying transphobic toddler, you should have stopped a lot earlier than that and thought, what are we doing here? Children don't understand these things. It shouldn't even be in a nursery.
Well, the fear here in America is this kind of thing could come here because a 3-year-old, I mean, I'm a mother to a 9-year-old. She doesn't even know what this is at this age. So 3 or 4, they definitely don't know what they're talking about. Yes, maybe they're repeating what their parents said. Maybe this is a way for the schools to get those parents and those families out of the school.
I mean, we feel that it came from you, I have to say. This stuff was in American schools a lot earlier than it was in English schools. I mean, OK, we may have gold-plated it a bit compared to you, but you've already got all this gender ideology in your schools.
You're right. You're absolutely right. 94 students in your primary schools, 13 of them were 7 and younger, were expelled for transphobia or for homophobia. And then this is the statement from the UK Department of Education to the Telegraph. All pupils and staff should feel safe and protected at school and should never face violence or abuse. Is there a better way to handle this? I remember our vice president was speaking at a summit in Europe, I believe it was in Europe, and he said, told us some things that were happening in the UK, like the man who was praying outside of the abortion clinic because he and his girlfriend years ago had an abortion and he just wanted to go and pray for that child and ask for forgiveness. And then J.D. Vance was talking about how people aren't allowed to pray in their houses. There was backlash against that. So I think that we've gone so far punishing a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old for something they probably don't even know what they're talking about.
This should have been dealt with as a bullying issue, if that's what it was. I mean, either this is a child saying something that people are entitled to think, and like you, I don't think that the child fully understands that, but people really are entitled to think that men cannot be women. It's true as well, by the way. Or else it's bullying. This child is using slurs, and schools know how to deal with bullying, and if they don't, they shouldn't be in the education business. But you don't go kicking a kid out for using words they don't understand. You manage it in your behaviour management process. So yeah, this is just ideology gone too far and gone insane, isn't it?
Helen, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you.
Thank you.